we have Abstract Logic and Luck versus Glaive and NoShow. Abstract Logic and Luck they're the red double diddy team. They took first and second place. Luck took first. Abstract Logic got second place at the tournament this last weekend. That tournament, none of the top 10 in the power rankings around here were allowed to enter. And so there was no Setlon, there was no Oracle, there was no Austin, there was no Dinty, there was no Infinity. But I was out of town anyway, so it didn't really end up mattering too much to me.
Exactly.
So they decided to team at the tournament that's coming up this next weekend. It's called the King of the House. That will also be streamed here on Tourney Locator and recorded and posted on the Tourney Locator YouTube channel. We have Beck joining us again in the commentary room, which happens to be my bedroom. To be honest with you, I think that Luck and Abstract Logic are going to do their absolute best to end up on Final Destination. To let everybody know watching, I am not doing an impression of Mewtwo King right now. I'm actually just rocking my chair back and forth a little bit. That man has abs of steel at this point, guys, with the way that he teeter-totters in place. Looks like we are at about 48 people viewing on the stream right now. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is a weekly event brought to you by Tourney Locator. It's all of the videos that we have, all of the streaming that we have is of this quality right there, www.tourneylocator.com. Watch, learn, and compete. I believe that we may have the game starting relatively soon, so we're going to go ahead and cut back over. Yep, we got some fist bumps going on. Looks like we're going to end up on Smashville, and like I said, they were going to go for somewhere big and flat. I know that they wanted Final Destination, but there's no way that was going to happen with Double Diddy Kong. That's the most obvious thing since, well, Double Diddy Kong. Alright, so we're off to a start in Game 1. Now, the thing is, Luck really likes to play an aggressive game. He really, really likes to charge forward smashes. Yeah, C-Stick is his friend. He rotates the C-Stick. It's kind of reminiscent of some old UTD Zack stuff in Brawl. He just sat on the C-Stick and got kills and was great in teams for it. Looks like we have the first SD from, yeah, that was Glaive that SD there. Recognize that tag. Excuse me. 1 second, guys. I have Dope asking me a question, and I'm going to let Mike take over for just a moment.
Alright.
$5 a little, so it's like 10 minutes away.
So right now we have the red team having a good showing here.
So we do have it. Okay. We're friendly, right?
Alright, we got...
Alright guys, sorry to leave Mike B stranded right there, especially since he's, to all the people watching on YouTube, the people on the stream have heard this a couple of times already tonight, but Mike B actually, he doesn't really know Smash very well. He's here to help out with the commentary and just kind of throw in a little bit here and there. He's actually a really cool guy. Tell him a little bit about yourself, Mike.
Well, let me tell you here a little something about myself here. How long do we got? No, I'm kidding. How long do we got?
Yeah, sorry. You're going to have to give us chapter 1 of the abridged version.
Okay.
Even though I know that's still going to take you a couple hours to go through everything. So if you could just auctioneer off your life story real quick for us.
Yeah, well, you know, it all started in one day. No, I'm kidding. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I am an old school video game player. You know, I am from the days of Street Fighter 2 when it first came out. You know, I am a little bit older in age than most of the people here. Perhaps probably the oldest person here at the age of 36. So, you know, I do recall the fond memories of arcade days gone by playing Street Fighter 2. I know a lot of you guys may not be familiar or are too excited about the original or the current Street Fighter game, but the original one was definitely the granddaddy of them all that started everything, I do believe, such as the fighting game genre. So, here, yes, 36 is still sexy. Yes, despite the gray hair on my chin. Just don't worry about that part. Just for Men is around the corner, let me tell you. I've already looked into it.
It's just an accent, man. It just makes you, it draws people to you that much more. This man is already the most popular man where we work, just to throw this one out here. Back to the game for half a second, though. Good lord. Man, red team really putting in work versus the blue team over there. Glaive and NoShow just not able to withstand the Diddypocalypse. That's what they were calling themselves, was the Diddypocalypse, and it looks like they ended up doing a really good job right there. I'm interested in seeing how this team does versus some of the higher up teams that we've got. Actually, the winner of this will be playing against the winner of Aerolink and Austin's set. So we've got quite a bit coming up, and after that is nothing but star-studded, action-packed. Like, you're looking at like the summer release action film of the tournament coming up in the next couple of rounds.
This place is definitely hopping and popping, ladies and gentlemen. This is a full house right here, from top to bottom.
Check on the...
Let me tell you, if you're not in this room right now, then you're nowhere else, because this is the place to be right now for all your tournament action needs.
Dope, can you help Billy with the singles match? Get it up and going? Okay. They would be on the TV that's over by the
Just a little bit more about myself, guys. I don't want to bore you anymore while they do the changeover, but...
yeah, sorry. I'll be right back, guys. I'm helping them out with the bracket for just...
Okay, yes. If Vinny's going to go do that, I'll just give you a little commentary more about myself. As mentioned earlier, I am from the old days of Street Fighter and all that genre. And let me tell you something. This Smash stuff right here, guys, you know, this is very fast-paced. I mean, you really got to stay on your toes to keep up with this one. I mean, I've messed around with it a couple times and got my butt handed to me, hand over foot. Let me tell you, this game is definitely the game to play for all your fighting action needs right now.
So I'm coming in the middle of the conversation. Are you talking about PM over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, just in general, yes.
Yeah, so the Smash Brothers is definitely the most high-profile fighting game that we can get a hold of right now.
I will say this also, if you guys ever have a chance to play me in this, I mean, this is definitely like a professional boxer sparring with some schmuck off the street just to get some practice in. I mean, that's what you get with me.
Yeah, this is almost kind of like Mike Tyson versus Mike B, actually.
Yeah, you know what? That's over in one hit. Let me tell you.
Great recovery by that was Abstract Logic that did that. He's rocking the X-Con tag. He had a bit of a mishap on the way here. I'm not going to go into the details, but there is a reason for that tag. We are lucky to have Abstract Logic with us today. He drove 3.5 hours plus some to get up here.
Yes.
And went through a heck of an ordeal, man.
Yes.
Like, that's not something I'm going to go broadcasting out to the world, but he definitely had his fair share of things happen to him this weekend.
Let's just hope that this makes up for it.
Oh, yeah. I'm expecting a high placing out of him today, both in singles and doubles. He's on the opposite end of the bracket from me and Seth won, and then he is, golly, I can't see where he is in the singles bracket, but it looks like he's on my half of the bracket, actually. Unfortunately, my half of the bracket is also with Denty, so he's got his work cut out for him. Oh my goodness,
you never know. You might have
I might have another upset. I beat Austin last weekend. He is our number 2 ranked player. For quite a while was number 1.
There you go.
And I'm sitting pretty at number 5. This game is going much like the last game was. It looks like golly, blue team is really going to have to do a lot of work to make any kind of comeback, because it looks like we have Abstract Logic holding on to that stock, and Luck is doing some work. He loves to play aggressively, and he's so all over the place.
Yeah, so is the red team in general. They are really taking it to him right here.
See, this is a pretty questionable counterpick. Great kill by the blue team on Abstract Logic right there. This is a questionable counterpick. I really like this stage for Diddy Kong. Mostly because if you look, you can see the flowers that are on the ground there, right by their feet. They hide bananas. You cannot see bananas through them unless you're way up in the air. And so it's difficult to really see. Yeah, you can't see them. You can hide them there. It's a trap.
Wow.
And then on top of that, Diddy Kong has so much kill power that it's not really reasonable. So many down airs. It's not really reasonable to take that character to the stage, especially with all. Whoa. Okay. Especially with all of the. Combo game and the power that he's got.
Definitely home court advantage.
Great kill back there with a few peanuts and a charged uppie. It looks like Abstract Logic and Luck will take that game 2-0. Great showing by that team. Next up on the stream, let's see what we've got going. We have Lights and Axiom versus Aerolink and Austin coming up. Billy, local recording. Give us just